Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary. I am again on the western shore of Lake Michigan on my favorite beach, Rock Beach. I'm going to try to do my best with the sound today, but it's really windy, wavy, and it's actually about 34 degrees, so we'll see how long my eyeballs stay unfrozen. So let's go see what we can find. Alright, so first steps down at the water's edge. I figured I'd just show you. I just looked right down, and I saw that guy and that guy. So I'll grab them both and show you. So this is kind of a cool little, I'm not sure if it's a porphyry or if I think it's a porphyry. It's just got some really big chunks in there. Because it definitely is basalt or rhyolite. It's definitely a piece of porphyry. And then we got this guy. Cool little piece of favosites. Gives me hope that some new stuff washed up on this beach the last couple storms. So let's see what else we can find. So 3 more little finds. Little fossil, maybe with some crinoid plates in there, or maybe brachiopod right there. Little piece, so probably not going to take that guy. Nice little piece of chain. Not bad. Little gritty matrix, so not sure I'm going to take that one either. And then we got this, which is pretty sweet actually. It's kind of like a rhyolite porphyry. It's definitely rhyolite, I think. It looks much more red than black, so I'm thinking rhyolite. And it's got all these colored pockets, which, you know, some of them might be iron stained, but either way, I'm going to cut through that thing and hopefully get some awesome slabs. Like, look at that right there, all those colors. That's sweet. So let's keep going. There's actually a lot of wet rocks today, so it's nice for me. My eyes are a little cold already, but let's keep going. So I bent down to pick up this crazy thing. It's got to be some kind of slag maybe, but this red in here is just crazy. There's all these little pockets going through it. So I have no idea what that is. If you know, here, I'll try to get it wet. But anyways, I was bending down to pick it up, and I saw that monster right there, and that cool thing right there. So let me get this thing wet. Yeah, look at that. That is just insane. I have no idea what that is. It's very green, and then it's got all these little red pockets in it. So I'm definitely bringing that home. I have no idea what it is. It definitely looks like chalcedony right there, but I've never seen anything like this. Okay, so we're definitely keeping that one, but I want to dig this one out, and then I want to show you this one too. This one's kind of cool. It's got some like calcite-y stuff going on, half basalt, half, oh, it's actually got a little cap. But that's not the one. I want to pull out this big one and see what this is, if I can get it out. Oh, look at that. Definitely granite. You can kind of see the sheen coming off from the, maybe some feldspar, all orange feldspar on there. Still really cool though. Little crystal pocket right there. Too big to do anything with though. Maybe cut later when I get a bigger saw, but just cool. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so 3 more little finds here. Found one little galaxy stone. It's kind of worn. It does have all the colors, some yellow, red, blue. Not sure. I might be able to slice that one, but it's kind of worn. Then we got this thing, which I'm not really sure what the host is, but it's got all these impressions in here. All this quartz and like holes and pits. So I'm definitely going to take that one and cut it right down the middle, see what's in there. And then we got this crazy piece, which I'm not 100% sure what it is. It's definitely got jasper running throughout there. It's quartzy. It's got some real red spots like there and in there. So that's a definite cutter too. See what's in the middle of that. So let's find some more like that. All right, let's go. All right, so I think I might have found the first stroman of the day right there. I'm just really trying not to get wet. Oh, there might be a little nodule above that too. So I'm gonna try to do this without getting soaked. Alright, so what do we got? I don't know, that might just be a chert nodule. It's got some lighter colors in there. I just love cutting these open. You know, it's got that potato skin. Yeah, I'm taking that one for sure. And then let's see if this was, yep. First stromat of the day, maybe with a little cold water in there actually. Tiny little pattern right there. So that's pretty sweet. So like I said, this is the first one I found today, so I'm thinking that people have been picking down here, which is fine, that's cool. I want to get people excited about stromatoporoids, so yeah, let's find some more like that. Alright, so I just found this guy. Cool little fossil soup. I think it's got some Syringipora on the top here. Kind of all the way around. You can see the little circles there. Some wispiness down here. Waxy on the whole thing. Maybe a little chert. Little pocket in there. Pretty cool. And I've never found one of these. They're super rare. Lake Michigan baseball rock. I'll definitely take that. That's what's out up here. Alright, what we got there? Just spotted a couple things. Should be able to grab them here. Alright, so yeah, nice stromatoporoid. Only really the second one of the day. Decent one though. Then we got this, which is some chain coral. Kind of all the way through. I'm not sure what matrix it is though. I usually don't keep these unless they're, you know, more of a quartzy matrix. But I'll leave that one for somebody right on this rock here. They'll be happy to find that. Alright, let's find some more. I'm losing light here, so I'll try to do the best I can. I found a couple things here in one spot. That right there under the water. And then that right there. So I'm going to grab them. So this one is just a cool piece of basalt with maybe some orange feldspar running through it. Probably would have a cool cross pattern in there. Black and orange is kind of my favorite. Black and white, black and orange. So I might keep that one to cut it. It's not very full, but it's got a lot of little ones there, so I'll probably keep that guy. And this one, didn't take out yet. This one. Probably just some chert. Big chunk of chert. Definitely not taking it along. I thought that might have been some quartzy stuff in there, but looks like a big nodule chert. Here's the last one. This one right here. So this might be a variolite. You know, those little varioles in there. Could be. Might not be though. It's still kind of a really cool looking strange rock. So we'll probably keep that one too. I only have a couple other variolites, so I'm pretty sure that's what this is. But we are getting close to the end of my rocks here, so if I find anything, I'll show you. Otherwise, we'll catch you at the end here. Okay, so I'm at the end of my beach. I did lose all my light, but I'll show you what I got to the end here. Another little piece of porphyritic rhyolite. It's got some decent little pockets in there. Nice little pocket right there that goes in. Really cool little piece. Found this really cool piece with all of these inclusions in there. They go all the way through. So I'm definitely going to slab this thing and see what those cross sections look like. They'll probably look awesome. Then we got this guy, which might just be a huge thing of chert with a little bit of fossil in the end there. But that's a good one to cut. I'm going to cut it this way right through the middle and see what we got inside of that guy. And this one I found another fossil. Another fossil soup kinda. Got maybe a little algae or something on the top, but this pocket in the middle is so clear. Like you could probably almost see all the way through this thing. So that's definitely another cutter right through the middle. See if there's anything going on in there. And then, last but not least, we got this little guy. Kind of like a jasper matrix, but it's got some cold wateriness going on kind of all over it. That side, there a little bit, little pocket there. So I'll probably zip this one right in half too, see if anything's on the inside of there that looks cool. But as usual, we're gonna walk the dry rocks on the way back, and if I find anything spectacular, I'll show you. Otherwise, we'll see you back home when we get them all cleaned up. Okay, so I am back at the car. I did find this one on the way back. It's kind of got these little cold water agate pockets all in it. You know, it kind of goes through that side and that side. It's got the skin. So I'm gonna bring that one home to cut. That'll be a nice surprise if one of those runs all the way through there. But so we're gonna run home, get everything cleaned up, and we'll see you in a minute. So we are home. We got everything cleaned up. I'll get into it right away. Not very many Stromats today. Got this little guy, nice one with some mudstone contrast. Got this one, which might have that little cold water pocket somewhere, like right there. Little pattern in there, pretty cool. Probably doesn't go through, but still a cool piece nonetheless. Just the right shape, mushroom top shape. Then we got this guy, which is kind of some fossil soup. I think some syringipora on the bottom there. And then some mudstone, some stromat there maybe. Some maybe calcite stuff. But it kind of goes through in another layer here. So I'm not sure if this is skin or if it goes through. So that might be a one to actually cut and see. Then we got this one, which you guys didn't see. I didn't get it wet because, you know, the coolest part of this one is that it's got this huge pocket in there. You can kind of see it goes like almost 2 inches down into that rock, and it's all this botryoidal. Really, really cool piece. Not even sure. It's kind of like, I'll get it wet so you can see. But I think it's kind of set in like some Favosites maybe. Yeah, or maybe that could even be, oh yeah, that's Favosites. You can see the little horizontal sections. So that was a really cool piece, but I'm definitely keeping it for that pocket right there. I love those pockets. Then we got that piece of what I'm pretty positive is Variolite, just a really, really worn piece. Pretty sure that's what it is. If it's not, you can let me know, but I'm pretty positive. Then we got that really, really full, you know, porphyry or maybe conglomerate. I'm not sure what that host is in there. But I'm gonna cut it either way. It's gonna look awesome on the inside. Hopefully the red's not too gritty. I think it might be rhyolite, but it's really hard to tell. You know, the grains are kind of in between sizes, so. But we're gonna cut it and see. Here's another one you guys didn't see. This was a really waxy. It's got some really crazy, like brecciated stuff going on in there. It's orange, maybe some basalt as host underneath. So I'm going to cut that too. It should turn out awesome. That black and orange contrast in there. Get some cool things. Then we got this one, which I guess technically would be like a galaxy stone, but a lot of these little pockets, I think like the red and orange, I think is just iron stained. But I do think this is rhyolite again. You know, you can see all those different colors in there. So I'm going to get some slabs out of that, and those should look really awesome. Like, look at that right there. Just all those colors, rainbow colors. And then I did get a little duller, another piece of porphyritic rhyolite with maybe a little agate stuff going on. There's a little comma right there. Little pocket in right there. Maybe calcite, maybe not. With some botryoidal in there. Really cool. And even on the bottom side, it's kind of, you know, a little galaxy stone looking, but it's got these edges, so a little agatiness going on. Then we got this nodule that I'm going to cut. I'm not sure what's in it, but it's got the skin. You know, it's got a couple pockets coming through. Could just be chert, could be a sweet agate nodule, but we won't find out till we cut it, so stay tuned for that in the future. Then we got this one, which is another really weird one, like maybe a mudstone, but it's got all of this quartzy pocket stuff going on in here. So I'm going to cut right down the middle that way, and it should turn out awesome in the middle, hopefully. But we shall see. This one, which I think is just going to be some jasper, you know, kind of really quartzy, but it's really hard to tell. You know, it's a really weird waxy rock. I'm definitely going to cut it. You know, I want to see what's inside there, what that black is, if it's basalt or what it is, but really cool. Probably a jasper, just hard to tell. You can see how waxy it is just drying off right there. But then we got this guy, another cutter, you know, Favosites here on the end, but I just don't know what's in the rest of this nodule, so I'm just going to cut it right down the middle again. You know, really cool on its own, just like this, but you know, kind of wispy, maybe some cold watery stuff going on in there, but hopefully it'll be a really cool cross section. Then we got this guy, which this pocket in the middle here is actually clear enough to shine a light all the way through, so definitely another one. You can see it's a fossil, you know, maybe some algae up there, or maybe that's a piece of a horn. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell when it's kind of broken up like this. I'm thinking algae though, right, like from that view right there. But that'll be a really sweet cross section in the middle. Hopefully it's like clear as glass. That'll be awesome to cut. So definitely gonna cut that one. I did get this chain coral that I was gonna soak in acid to see if this matrix would melt out of here. But the really cool thing about this one was that, here, I'll shut the light off. So I brought my light. I always bring my light out after my hunt just to see if anything glows. And it just so happened that this thing glows. It's the only one I've ever found that must have, you know, like the sodalite or whatever in it. And it's all the way around it. So I'm not sure why that is. If anything else glows, I'm not sure if you know. I think it's just sodalite, maybe calcite does. But I thought that was really cool that, you know, I broke out my light to see if I had found any Uperlites and found that. So that's really cool, one of a kind thing. So I might not put it in the acid now. I might just leave it and try to maybe grind a little bit off, get some more of that glowing stuff out of there, but we'll see what happens. So then on to the final three. This was the one that I found right before I got to the car. It's got these cold water pockets there. It's got the skin. You can see that potato skin on there. You can see it getting waxy when it dries. But then you look over here and it kind of looks like cherry pockets to me. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm definitely going to cut it. I'm going to cut it right down this way so I can see if any of those patterns are going through the middle. I hope they are. You know, cross our fingers. Then this little cold water agate guy, maybe even LSA, but it's hard to tell. You know, there's some little pockets like there and there, you know, it's kind of tough. This even looks like mudstone. It doesn't even really look like a jasper or anything, but it could be. But as usual, I'm gonna cut right down the middle of this thing. See what's in the middle of this. It should turn out really cool either way, as long as it doesn't crumble apart. But and then on for that last one, I still don't know what this is actually. It could just be really green stained basalt with all of these little pockets of this red in here, but I really don't know what it is. So it could just be like a porphyry. And this is like some chalcedony or something in here. It's just, I don't know, it's such a weird material. I've never really seen one like this. It could just be a really worn porphyry that's stained green for some reason, but in gray. But I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. If you know, let me know. But so that does it for this hunt. Really cool find with this one that glowed. You know, I've been looking for Uperlites for a little while now, and I've never found anything that has anything that glows in it. So this is the first piece I found that actually lights up. So awesome hunt just for that right there. But if you like this video, leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for some pictures at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.